Hello everyone. Welcome again to another stream. If you were here on Twitch earlier, welcome back. We were waiting for the results of the investigation, but they never came. Hey. I know, Retty. Too much of a good thing, mate. Too much of a good thing. Hello, everyone. Hello, Merowyn, Woot, Kryptonlight, Marcus, Nicholas, Victoria, Manon, Tasha, Eclipse, Michael, Alfie, DJ, Call of Duty, Yoink, Liaba, Tim, Joshua, Aditya, No One, Larts, ETRG, Camille, Jacob, Lorem, Epic. Hello everyone, welcome. Hasn't this been an exhausting last kind of couple of hours? But we finally got answers. We have finally gotten answers. Lewis will be starting the sprint from P20, back of the grid, disqualified. Max, $50,000 fine. Was it dollars or euros? Either way. For touching Lewis's car. Naughty, naughty. That's how it's played out. There is a lot, as always, there is so much misinformation online, which I've done my best to try and nullify. If you haven't watched, I put a little video out on my Tommo live channel where I read through the entire FIA report, which took me over 6 minutes because it's very long. So no wonder why people haven't read it, to be honest. But a lot of people haven't read it clearly because, again, a lot of what people think has happened isn't what's happened. So I'll do my best to clear up all of that as well. Oh, I know Steve doesn't help, but you know. He does it that's the difference, right? When Steve tweets to dupe people, it's in good taste. It's in good flavour, you know? Whereas some people will just they know the facts and they just paint a different picture. But you know what I do know, what's very difficult with what I do is that it's very easy to think that, because the loudest people online are the most outspoken. That's how social media platforms tend to work. But I know most of you, I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Whew. There we go, beautiful. No bogies, so that's fine. I know most of you watching are actually very reasonable, like will judge situations based on their individual merit and aren't just blind Verstappen or Hamilton or any other driver stands who just, you know, take. Thank you for blessing me. I appreciate that. Why would I be chased, Aditya, for doing that sneeze? That sounds a bit worrying. I've always wanted to come to India, but maybe not, because clearly my sneeze is not allowed. Well, Marie, I don't know, because we've seen over the years numerous times where Seb has had a look at cars after. Now, my understanding is Parc Ferme is as soon as the cars, because they obviously need to, the FIA need to look at the cars before the teams do, after a race, after qualifying. I don't know, maybe the rules have changed. I'm not too sure. So whether it was after the race or not, like surely Parc Ferme is still Parc Ferme. Or does that not count as Parc Ferme because it's after the race? It's something else. Because obviously they need to test the cars, like we saw with Seb when he got his penalty for fuel flow irregularity. That was tested after the race. So was that Parc Ferme? I don't know. If it's not Parc Ferme, then what is it? Because it is still something, isn't it? The teams can't just like, the FIA still do their checks after the race. So, I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, Lewis gets his penalty. Again, if you haven't read the report, basically, basically there needs to be an 85mm gap, right? Maximum 85mm gap. When the DRS flap is open, okay? When the car was sat there, stationary, and they measured it, it was less than 85mm. But they have to put a probe into it, basically, which is like a disc. I talked about it on my Twitter stream earlier. It's like a disc, and you kind of push it through, and you know it's like 85mm. That is exactly 85mm. And if it goes through, then that's bad. Now, obviously, with Mercedes, if you put it up next to it, it was fine. It would touch, it wouldn't go through. But as soon as you applied, is it 10 Newton meters of force? You need to be able to apply 10 Newton meters of force, and it doesn't go through. And it did go through. And they used 2 different types of probe, and they did it 4 times, and every single time on the outside of the Mercedes rear wing, it went through, which meant that the car failed the test, because it shouldn't go through. It shouldn't go through when 10 Newton meters is applied. Obviously, like, imagine you like punch it through. Obviously, that is going to go through, right? So that's why they say 10 Newton meters. Newton meters, NM. Yeah, exactly. Newton meters is a measurement of force, of torque, whatever it is. I have not seen Alpha Tauri's YouTube post. No, I have not. But yeah, and it's got a little, like, it's got a reading on it so you can test it. And turns out it is the same, it's the exact same spec wing that they've been using. Like, the problem isn't with the design of the wing. They haven't been like, oh, Allison hasn't been like, I'm going to sneakily design this wing to flex a little bit more than it should. No. None of that. There's something wrong with the wing. It failed. He put on the exact same wing when he went back out in FP2, and it's fine. It's the same wing they've used multiple times before, and it's fine. Read the report, okay? If you want to be, what we talk. Well, if you want to be tinfoil hat, right, and be like, oh no, actually they cheated. Well, listen, right? Who am I going to trust? Am I going to trust like a full 3-page FIA report looking at all because these are fine margins, or am I going to trust some Max Verstappen fan page on Twitter who's going to be like, no, it was actually cheating. They meant to cheat. Shut up, okay? It's not the case. Deal with it. Stop crying. Move on, okay? They didn't cheat. The component went wrong. Simple distinction. It's a very, very simple distinction. In the same way that in Hungary, Vettel didn't cheat. There was a problem with the car. There was an issue. It wasn't intended to put a little bit too much, for the car to burn a little bit too much fuel. That wasn't the intention. Cheating implies intent. Okay? Simple. Read the report, educate yourselves. If you still think that they cheated, then I can't help your delusion. Okay? I'm sorry. Barry, it's not intentional. Read the report. It's not intentional. If something goes wrong and then it fails, is that cheating? No. Obviously it isn't. That's a stupid thing to say. It's dumb. And I've read the report. Listen, I've read the report, so I know exactly. This is why it took so bloody long, because it's such a long report. But no, they cheated. No. I'm sorry. It annoys me. It really annoys me, as you can tell, how people can just be so. It's like, I'm in my lane. Like, it's all the same. It's all the same people. It's all the same names I see pop up. Every time something works in the favour of Lewis, every time something works in the favour of Max, you've always got the same people. Don't care about facts. Just jump on, crack on with whatever side they want to sit on the fence, and it's just pathetic. Yes, the component did fail. Yes, the gap opened up too much. Yes, Lewis probably gained, we're talking like a millimetre. So he probably gained fractionally. But Jesus Christ, come on. Thank you, Beth, for the $5. I wonder if the sheer amount of races slash triple headers, tyre mechanics and the freight being late has led to the mistake. Perhaps. Because what we don't know, Beth, is how much of it is, did Mercedes just not like tighten a bolt properly? Was it human error? Was it a stress fracture from a component that's been used a lot? We don't know that detail, right? What we do know is that something went wrong. And everyone agrees something went wrong. And then on to, oh, Max destroyed the Mercedes rear wing with his thumbs. Again, read the report. Car 44 agreed that Max touching the car did not make a difference. Did not cause the failure. Read the report. What more can I say? This is why I started this stream. Look, I've been talking for 11 minutes and I've just been ranting because this is honestly does my head in. Just the absolute lack of any intent to try and look at things objectively from a very small but very loud proportion of people online. Really annoys me. And they're the ones, those are the people who call me biased. I'm like, what? No, come on. Max touched the car, boo-hoo, he touched it. He shouldn't have touched the car, he got a fine. It's in the rules, you can't touch the car, okay? Is what it is. Lewis, the car, there was a failure, the wing failed the test, okay? He gets a penalty. I don't disagree with the penalty. Like, you can't, like, that is the rule. That is the rule. It was the same for Seb, okay? I'm not happy about Lewis getting the penalty at all because I want this title fight to go down to the wire and this is going to make Lewis's already difficult job a lot more difficult. But that's the rule. Did I want to see the P2 taken away from Seb? Of course I didn't. He deserved that P2 based on the race and he got taken away from him. Was I happy about it? No, but that's the rule. That is the rule, okay? It's a team sport, remember? It's not just about the driver. Now, obviously, if Mercedes did make a mistake, and that is a huge mistake, which you can't afford to drop mistakes like this at this stage of the season. If it is a stress fracture, or something along those lines, ultimately, it's peak for Lewis, but it is what it is. Mr. Bungle, stop. Just read the report and educate yourself before you're chatting nonsense in my live chat, please. I just compel you, just read the report. But anyway. But yeah, I still don't know why Seb was allowed, like, when he used to, like, remember, I showed it earlier when he was, like, pushing the Mercedes with his foot. But I guess maybe it's different after the race. Maybe they apply those rules differently. I don't know. But anyway, Lewis is starting at the back, which, look, I still feel like, I tweeted this, I still feel like Lewis, because a sprint weekend is the weekend you want to be, if you're going to start at the back, that's the kind of weekend you want it, because you're essentially getting 1 1/3 of a race, right? Because you're getting like a race, you're getting 1/3 of the race, and then a little break, and then a whole race. Now, obviously, Lewis is going to have to serve his 5-place penalty at the end of this 1/3 of a race. But I reckon Lewis will probably get up to, I don't know, top 10, definitely. I mean, Lewis will get up to top 10. And then he'll take the 5-place penalty. And then I'd be surprised if he couldn't, in the race on Sunday, get up to P3. I reckon. That's what I reckon. Because we know that Valtteri would let him past ultimately. But yeah, is what it is. Thank you, Daiwat, for becoming a friend of Tommo. I appreciate that, mate. And thank you, Ratchet of Vaporex, otherwise known as Thomas Hackinson, for the $5. I'm honest, I'm spending money to tell you to go to the FIA's website and look for F1 decision documents. This is getting ridiculous. What do you mean? F1. What am I looking for? F1 decision documents. I mean, there's a lot of documents here, mate. Is this in regards to what? Oh, okay. The document that I told everyone to. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were like referring to a different document. But yes, I agree. Do that. Do that. Do what Thomas Hackinson has suggested. Okay. And thank you, Javier, for the 100 Mexican pesos. IMO, the penalty is too harsh for something that's not the team's fault. By the way, even if it was cheating, all teams are always trying to get around the rules. It's not new in F1, get over it. Yeah, look, ultimately, again, you know, cheating was what Renault did in 2009, whenever it was, Crashgate. Cheating is what Ferrari did with their engine, you know. They knew when the sensors were, the fuel flow sensors, come on, right? Intent to be, oh, these are the rules, we're going to do something to increase performance around those rules, right? That's very, very different to a component going wrong. Is the penalty too harsh? I mean, the problem is, right, in this specific instance, I would agree, right? Because I think the performance gain is marginal, but as soon as you start being like, well, if you only not cheat, I said cheat myself. If your car breaches the rules by a certain percent, then you get this punishment. If it breaches it by this percent, you get another punishment. Like, that's just, I just think rules are rules. It's a shame, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But again, cheat means you meant it. Not cheat means you didn't mean it. Ultimately. Thank you, Drea, not sure, for the $5. Love you, Tommo. Keep being awesome. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I'll do my best to continue to be awesome. That is what I plan. Yeah, exactly. Just because something's illegal doesn't mean it was cheated. Drew Seth. Exactly. Thank you, Jack, as well, for the $4.99. I think the decision is fair since any other driver would have gotten punished. One of the differences is who's getting disqualified from quali. Yeah, I mean, look, it's the same rules for everyone. And is what it is. I know a lot of people think Bottas might go bowling today. Surely not. Surely not. Anyway, I feel like the first 11 minutes of this stream absolutely flew by because I was just in full rant mode, and now it's kind of calmed down a little bit. But anyway, shout out Sawan Patel. Big up, mate. Title fight over? No, I don't think the title fight's over. I think it still takes. Max has to have one DNF, okay? One DNF, one more DNF than Lewis, and everything changes. There's still 3 races plus this one. There's a lot that can go on. You know what I mean? There's a lot that can happen. A technical DNF, just running into someone running into him. One DNF is all it takes. So I would not, you know, it's just true. It's just true. But you know, like, I want it to come down to the finale. I don't really care who wins. I wouldn't say I've got an over. I do like the idea of Max winning. Just someone else winning it would be nice. But also, I'd like Lewis to get number 8. So I'm just like, I don't know. Either way, I could find a way. I'll find a way to just enjoy it either way, because I like Max, I like Lewis, I like both of them. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, one more DNF for Lewis than for Max than Lewis would switch things around for sure. But anyway, right, on to my predictions for the sprint race. I think Max is going to win sprint quali. I think Lewis is going to be the driver of sprint quali, because I do think he's going to make good positions up through. George, I've put struggle because he's behind Latifi and his starts aren't his best. Let's be real. I think if anything I could say against George, it's his starts. And then team, well, Alonso always goes like the clappers on the sprint races. He doesn't hold anything back. And look, Ocon's overdue a good race. This is what I think. Am I mad? Maybe. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a lunatic. Thank you, Nathan, for the €5. So you lose the front wing on the last straight and finish like that due to others' cars crash. Will you get disqualified as they won't reach minimum weight requirement? No. I mean, I'm sure like there are concessions around weight in terms of damage, surely. Well, yeah, because I mean, a car can lose a big chunk of its front wing, go into the pits and get a brand new front wing fitted. So I guess they'd just fit a new front wing and then they'd weigh the car, because that would be fair to do in the actual race. I mean, that would be a bit mad, wouldn't it? Imagine. Like, remember at Silverstone when Lewis finished on 3 wheels, and imagine if he'd lost a chunk of his front wing and they were like, your car's underweight. That wouldn't have been good. Hey, Drusef, you found the feature, mate. Well done, buddy. Your message, your notes now stand out more. Thank you, Dr. Ghost, for the 100 rupees. Hello, Omo. Look, I pronounce the T's at the start of words, just not in the middle of them. Right? 1 a.m. sprint, damn. Triple spicy chicken tikka pizza ready for this hopefully spicy qualifying. Spicy sprint, that's what we want to see. Am I a bit quiet? No, I know I breathe quite heavily. I'm quite conscious of that, so I don't want to be like, I'll move my mic further away from me. Thank you, Marek, for the 50 Czech currency. I don't know what it is. Lewis DNF, after crashing with Mazepin, you heard it here first. The thing is, no one at the back of the field is going to want to be the guy who gets in the way of Lewis and has a run-in with Lewis, because, that's not going to go down well if that happens. Like a back marker. He has a coming together, you know what I mean? But, look, last time we raced in Brazil, Carlos Sainz came from he started at the back, didn't he? Came from like P20 to P1, to P3, sorry, not P1, P3. So, and that was just a race. That wasn't even with a sprint. So, it is doable to get up there, and that was in a McLaren, not a Mercedes. Thank you, Ginger Knight, as well for the $5. Very late comment, but your backseat driver reaction to Ocon's win, I felt that scream in my working class. I was gassed for Esteban. All right, he's got a place. Like since I did that video about him, I read into him a bit more. I've always taken a bit more note of Esteban since then. I've been like, you know what? He's my kind of geezer. He's a sound bloke. Right, before we get onto the race, I need to go to the toilet. So I'm going to leave you waiting on the Be Right Back screen. So I will be right back. Oh, there's two songs going at the same time. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Right, that audio can come off now. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, everyone. Just get my Now TV set up. You know what? Like, I like sprint quali. Okay, I like sprint race. It's not qualified, but I like it. I'm sorry, but I like it. Okay. Nah, it was just number one. So, oh, now TV, you're not going to be a twat now, are you? Come on. It's just pinwheeling on me. Good. Unable to connect. That's great. That's really good. Really good. Fantastic work now, TV. There we go. Right, okay. No, are we still not in? Excellent. Scarp it. Are you actually having me on? Like, seriously? Come on now. Right, let's go to the screen. That. No, that way. Interlagos. 24 laps of Interlagos. Oh, I am excited for this. As long as my computer decides to actually... Oh, for God's sake, this is really annoying. Why is it not working? Why? Why are you being a mug? Come on. Now TV, please. Right, I'm going to have to open it in a... It's done this before. For some reason, Now TV just doesn't want to open in... I have to do it in an incognito tab, which I don't understand why, but never mind. Right. Oh God, what's my bloody login details? Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. What's on Now TV? Formula One. I already have it, don't worry. Open. Boom. Beautiful. And also, to everyone who is here, yeah, here we go. Love it. Yes. Woo! So yeah, to anyone who's watching along with me, I do have a bit of a delay always. It was like a 57-second delay for quali yesterday. So sorry. To anyone who's not watching, but is just watching me, don't look at live chat because a lot of live chat will be ahead of me. So you will see spoilers in the live chat. When the race starts, I will not be looking at live chat, at least at the start. Because unfortunately, Barry, I don't have the facility for Sky where I live at the minute, so I'm gonna have to just deal with Now TV, unfortunately. But yeah, is what it is. Now TV sponsorship would be nice. But yeah, Lewis starting at the back. And yeah, if you want to watch along, I'll keep you updated on when the race is starting. Everyone's just chilling at the minute, so. But yeah, 50 grand for touching and examining the rear wing of car 44 in Parc Ferme after qualifying yesterday for Verstappen. Naughty Max, but that's the rule. But ultimately, 50 grand, he's got enough money. Come on now. He's got his own bloody private jet, Max, so 50 grand isn't really... I wonder what that money is actually going towards. Does anyone know? Don't you worry, I will try and do full commentary at the start. Channel my inner crofty. But yeah, what does that money go towards? Like, does it go to like a charity? Does it go to just more soundage? Oh, Massey's coffee. Oh, am I 28 or 32? Fortunately, I'm the lower one. Not for much longer though. Christmas bonuses. Going to the F1 Christmas social, powered by Max Verstappen. That would be jokes. But yeah, Lewis has just got to stay out of trouble. First corner, make his way through. Max is obviously, well, Bottas is starting this sprint on pole. So, oh no, he's not. Max is. It was Lewis, Max, Bottas, then Sergio, wasn't it? Yeah, Science will be up there. Gasly up there. Ooh. Exciting. Tyre blankets are off. The not reconnaissance lap, the formation lap is about to start. I'm a bit nervous as well, actually. I'm always a bit nervous before the races, to be fair. But I don't really do streams for races, but the sprint is so short, I feel like it's fine. You know what I mean? It will live as like a 1 hour VOD afterwards, so it's mad to think this will be finished in like half an hour, pretty much. Right, so Verstappen medium, Bottas soft, Perez medium, Gasly soft. Okay, so the Red Bulls have both gone on mediums. I didn't see everyone else. Yeah, disappeared. But yeah, it's only a short circuit, Interlagos. It's one of them, like, I don't consider it. When I think of short circuits, I don't think of Brazil, but it is one of the shortest. I think of Austria, because there's still, even though it's short, there's still a lot to it. There's a lot of corners. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of nuance to the track, so I feel like that's why it doesn't feel like a short track to me, anyway. Even though it is. Govan, thank you for the 179, mate. Albon or West Ham? Obviously West Ham, come on. That's in my blood. I love Alex, but he's not West Ham United. But yeah, do wonder how the softs will last. Because again, you don't really want to be pitting on a sprint. Pitting and sprint I put together as printing. And I guess, yeah, Lewis is going to take his sweet time at the back to get onto the back so that Max's tyres are nice and cold. He's going to take his time. Good luck to him. Max is also taking his time. Because Lewis knows that Max is starting at the front. So, yeah, Lewis has left a chunky gap between him and Nikita Mazepin. But there we go. Right. Here we go, everyone. No looking at the live chat if you don't want spoilers, because the race will be about to start any second if you are watching super live, which I'm not. Here we go. Still Lewis creeping up. Max has been sat there for about 14 hours already. Right. Come on now. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. That's what I want to say. Cleanliness in the driving standards throughout the grid, please. God, the medical car is basically on Lewis's. Lewis is taking his time. Look, I respect the gamesmanship. Max would do it if he was at the back. Same for everyone. Right, 4, 5 lights. Ooh, good start, Bottas. Good start, Bottas has got it. Bottas has got it. Turn 1. Bottas is ahead. Bottas leads, and a Ferrari's got past. I think Science has got Perez. Yeah, Science has definitely got Perez. Ooh, Pierre Gasly. Lando's got up there. Oh, Science is going to get Verstappen. Go on, Carlos. Vamos. Look at that. Oh, Max wide. Max got out of it. Max didn't want to risk it. So Max has fallen back to P3. Carlos Sainz on the softs, up to P2. Bottas looks like he's checking out at the minute those soft tyres. Good compound at the start. Ooh. Okay. I think everything says so. Bottas, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel, Ricciardo, Alonso, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Tsunoda, Stroll, Hamilton, Latifi, Russell, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin. So Hamilton's up to P16 already. Tsunoda's fallen back a little bit. Gasly's fallen well back to P7. Yeah, Sainz up 3 places. Carlos Sainz running P2. Go on, Carlos. Vamos, mate. Smashed it. Ocon's up to P8. Alonso down to P11. So they've swapped places there. Usually Alonso has a stonking start, but not today. Leclerc's defending against Norris here because Leclerc qualified ahead of Norris, didn't he? Oh, spinner. And that is that Raikkonen? Yeah. Oh, Kimi, no. Kimi, no. Right, Kimi's at the back. Hamilton 14th now, ahead of Stroll. Stroll was never going to make it difficult. Of course, but yeah, Bottas got 1.7 second lead over Sainz. Verstappen, half a second off of Sainz. Right, what happened to Kimi? Oh, you're kidding. The Alphas came together. No. You absolute pair of plums. Honestly. Right, who's at fault for that one? So they've gone either side of Fernando going into turn 1. I don't think Gio could have given Kimi much more space there, to be honest. I think Kimi just, yeah. Having looked at that once, I feel like it's more on Kimi, to be honest, than Giovinazzi. But look, it's a sprint. Kimi's got a chance tomorrow to still come through the pack. How likely is that? Hard to say. Right, here we go. Verstappen on Sainz. Max apparently having some issues with his gear sync. Oof. Okay, so yeah, Bottas, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Alonso, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Stroll, Latifi, Russell, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, and Raikkonen. When I say MSC, I always go Mick Schumacher. But yeah, Max is looking on Carlos's bottom right now. So I reckon he'll get past pretty sharpish. But Hamilton behind Tsunoda, that's the thing. Yuki put up a staunch effort in keeping Lewis behind back at, where was it? Turkey, wasn't it? Yuki, good defensive driving there. So can he do it here? I mean, you think Lewis is going to have a good run. Right, Verstappen's surely got a run on Carlos here. Yeah, easy. Didn't even overtook him before the bloody start-finish line. So yeah, Verstappen back up to second. Lewis on the outside of Tsunoda. Is Tsunoda going to defend it though? Ooh, Hamilton's gone wide, but he's fine. Yeah, he's got past. He might have a chance at Gio here as well. Although Gio's got DRS as well. But he's thinking about it. Ooh. It's 4 laps of 24 done, so... but yeah, he does need to, he needs to push, but he can't afford to make a mistake here either. So... but yeah, Hamilton up to P13 already, which I'm not surprised. But yeah, Hamilton's on mediums as well, so you'd expect his tyre life to manage like throughout the course of the race. It'll be right up at the sharp end, I think, by the end of this. Definitely. Yeah, Bottas just flew off the start. Fair play, Valtteri. Great job off the start. Exactly what Mercedes needed him to do. Yeah, Carlos Sainz has got a great run on Max. Going into turn 4. Setting up the inside, and Max obviously isn't going to... Oof. It's close. Close. Not worth the risk though, ultimately. But yeah, so Bottas is in the lead from Verstappen. Bottas, great start, jumped him at the start. Carlos Sainz also did jump in, but now Verstappen got him back. So Carlos Sainz is running in P3. Perez, mate, what a start that is from Sainz though. Smashed it, mate. Absolutely smashed it. And he opened up the corner, yeah, so he had a great run up to turn 4 and got him. Fair play. Carlos, probably best start, to be fair, to move from the right-hand side of the grid as well, because he started on the right, to move into the left as well. Really good. Very good. Yeah, Max tried to hold it out and then realised that Carlos, wasn't gonna yield that corner, so get out of it, live to fight another day. Not worth the risk, right? Verstappen's fastest lap. So it's Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez. Perez going for the move on Sainz, but can't make it stick into turn 1. And Lewis has just set fastest lap. He's now P12. He's got past Giovinazzi. Leclerc P5. So yeah, Lewis is he's already made up 8 positions in 6 laps. So that tells you. I mean, Bottas has got a good 2.3 second gap to Verstappen here. I mean, yeah, I feel like Max is going to push pace-wise, but I don't know how far, you know? But yeah, Hamilton's sitting behind Alonso now, so he's past Tsunoda. Now he's got Alonso to get past. Now, obviously, Alonso isn't defending his teammate this time like he was in Hungary, but we know Nando loves a defensive manoeuvre. Did a fantastic job in Hungary, keeping Lewis behind for as long as he did. Will it happen again? I mean, I think in turn 1, to be fair, with that new ice as well in the Mercedes, I think he's going to get past Alonso pretty easy here. Once that DRS opens. It's not actually as close as I thought it'd be, to be fair. Is he going to fully send it? Is he going to send it? No. Fair play. That was a whole lap where Lewis didn't appear to overtake anyone, which... There you go. We'll see. Right, so yeah, Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel, Ricciardo is the top 10 right now. Mazepin's right on the back of Schumacher. Only 0.2 behind him. We can't see it, but I would like to see that battle. Mazepin definitely seems to have had more pace, like on this track relative to most, definitely. Which is promising for him, obviously. But yeah, Raikkonen's already got up to 18th, and he's already on the chuff of George Russell, actually. The Williams just seems to be nowhere this weekend. Absolutely nowhere. Yeah, Sainz is falling off the back of Verstappen here. Perez looks like surely Perez is going to be able to make a move soon. He's only 0.4 behind going into turn 1. I don't know. No, Perez ain't quite close enough yet. Interesting. Yep, Hamilton's got Alonso. Done. Hamilton P11. He's making his way through. Next, Daniel Ricciardo for Lewis to pass, which we know that McLaren's fast in a straight line. Oh, yeah. Both had DRS. To be fair, when he pulls out the slipstream, but yeah, they both had DRS. Lewis comfortably makes that move into turn 1. Pretty easy peasy for him in the end. So it's Verstappen, Sainz. Shit, Perez needs to clear Sainz here. Perez really needs to clear Sainz. Because Lewis is coming like a bat out of hell. And Red Bull will want that 2 and 1 point for P2 and P3, even if Verstappen doesn't get Bottas here. But yeah, Hamilton's 0.6 behind Ricciardo. Here we go. Norris. Oh! Norris on Leclerc. Oh my God, he got so close to the wall there. Oh my days, that was so close to the wall. Jesus. Here we go. Norris going again. Oh, what a battle this is. Leclerc, Norris, gone, Lando. Smashed it. What a move. What a move on Leclerc that was from Norris. Mate, that looked well close to the wall going into turn 1. That looks so close. Right. Hamilton's trying to move on Ricciardo. Probably a bit early on there. Ricciardo's kind of stuck in a bit of a train now. You've got Ricciardo, Vettel, Ocon. Yeah, a little bit of a train. Ocon leading this kind of little mini train. Gasly's a little bit up the road from Ocon, but not much, to be fair. But yeah, Lewis might struggle now. But then he's got mediums, but then the cars in front of him have got mediums as well. I guess that's his issue, but can he get a good run? Verstappen's got fastest lap now, 1.4 behind Bottas. Sainz's tyres are nowhere. Perez needs to get past Sainz, and he still can't do it. Sainz has defended well into that. Yeah, Sainz is just elbows fully out here. But Perez has got the mediums on, so the longer this race goes on, I think the more Carlos Sainz is going to struggle here. Soft wasn't the tyre. Soft definitely was not the tyre to go on. Lewis still stuck behind Ricciardo as well. I think is Leclerc on softs as well. I think Norris was on mediums and Leclerc on softs. I think. But yeah, the soft definitely was not the tyre to go on. Lando is P5 currently. So it's Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Norris, top 5, and then Leclerc, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel, Ricciardo, 6 to 10, and then Hamilton, Alonso, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Stroll, and then Latifi, Russell, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin. So yeah. Perez once again getting DRS on Sainz, but once again just doesn't seem to be close enough. Yeah. Definitely not close enough to get that move done. And now Lewis, that's the thing, right? Ricciardo, McLaren, with DRS from Vettel, that's going to be very difficult for Lewis to get past, especially into turn 1. It's going to be very difficult for Lewis to get past. Because you've got to remember, like, wherever Lewis finishes in this race, you've got a -5 for the race tomorrow. So it's lap 11 of 24. We're on lap 11. But yeah, Checo needs to clear Sainz, but I at the same time, I don't think Hamilton's not going to be up there. I think he's going to be stuck in this train for a bit longer now. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear Ricciardo. Maybe. I mean, there's still over half of the sprint to go, so there is still plenty of time. Yeah. McLaren think that Norris can get Perez here. Carlos keeping Perez behind. Fair play. Perez clearly has more pace, but he just can't get it done. He's gone for the send, but no, not going to happen. He's trying it, but the thing is, I think Checo's ultimately, he's just got to bide his time because Carlos is on softs, Checo's on mediums. I mean, obviously, he's a bit worried about Lando up his chuff, to be fair. But yeah, because Leclerc's on mediums as well. And then Gasly's on softs. Okay. So yeah, Sainz really has to, full elbows out here to keep Checo behind. But he's doing a good job so far, so 12 out of 14 done, indeed. Halfway. Halfway, people. Cheers, Jeff Cott, mate, for the $5. If Hamilton gets anywhere near the podium tomorrow where it counts, I'll be very impressed but not surprised. He's a class driver after all. Yeah, I mean, look, I see a P3 for tomorrow being very much on the cards, I think, for Lewis. P3, P4, worst case. I think he'll still be right up there. His pace looks very good. Always close to Ricciardo here as well. He's much closer to Ricciardo than Ricciardo is to Vettel. I think Lewis is going to make the move here. Yeah, easy. He's so close to Ricciardo. He's gone on the outside. Surely. Yeah, there we go. Done. Hamilton up to P10. Up to 10. Good move, that. That's half the way through. So the thing is, if he can clear, the problem is, it's a bit of a train now. Gasly's starting to lead this train. Vettel, Ocon, Gasly. If he can clear this train, then he's got a good chance of getting Leclerc as well, I think. Lando Norris birthday podium would be vibes. That would be vibes. That would be very good. Lewis is still... He's right on Seb's chuff here. Oh no, he's going to do an Albon to Vettel. Oh my God, he's so close to the back of Seb. He almost Alboned him. That would have been pretty sad. But yeah, Lewis is he's on his gearbox here. Jesus Christ. They didn't get a great run out of that final corner though. Yeah, Seb's going to be all right here. That's mad. He was right on Seb's chuff, but Seb got a really good exit out of the final corner, so Lewis is nowhere near into turn one. And Perez still behind Sainz within half a second. Norris is, I don't know if he's, I think he is going to close that gap to Perez. Perez needs to be, it's 1.3 seconds at the minute, Norris Perez. He needs to be conscious of that. Yeah, Gasly's kind of fallen off of Leclerc a bit. The soft tyre just wasn't the one, clearly. But I guess it's all good knowledge for the race tomorrow as well. You got to think the soft tyre is not the tyre to be on, really, at any stage. Apart from, like, if you want to overtake everyone on the first corner, I guess. Yeah, Verstappen's got DRS on Bottas. The thing is, it's interesting. So it's half a second now, Bottas, Verstappen. Verstappen has reeled Valtteri in. Does he go for it? Does he go for it? You got to think, does he go for it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, because Bottas is on softs, isn't he? Hamilton's got Vettel. Up to P9. Yeah, if he can clear Esteban. Once he clears Esteban, Lewis will make big moves here. Because Gasly's not got a toe, not got DRS. Because he's 3 seconds off Leclerc. So let's see if Verstappen can get a run on Bottas here. Yeah, Bottas is on... I'm sure Bottas is on softs. So yeah, the soft tyre definitely hasn't worked for Mercedes. So yeah, Max, surely it's a matter of time before Max gets Bottas here. It might not be this lap, but yeah, those soft tyres just don't seem to be the ones. Perez still behind Sainz. Still behind Sainz. Just hasn't been able to... Just doesn't seem to have that straight line speed to make the move into turn one. And credit to Sainz, he's just driving elbows out. Right, here we go. Hamilton's going to get Ocon-ish. Yeah, easy. No DRS for Ocon either. He'd fallen too much off of the back of Gasly. Hamilton P8. This will quickly be P7, I think, as well. Because Gasly's got no DRS. The thing is, Gasly's got no DRS. Leclerc's got no DRS. Norris doesn't have any DRS either. So you could definitely see Lewis finishing P5 here. Definitely. Yeah, the pace discrepancy that Lewis has is when he's driving from the back, you know what I mean? Like, it's clear as day. But it's not just the car, because we've seen, let's be honest, we've seen Valtteri in these positions where he started at the back, hasn't been able to move through. 16 laps, Hamilton's gone from 20th to 8th. What, we've been racing for how long? 20 minutes? Lewis is different gravy. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Here we go. Hamilton on Gasly. Oh, he's got him easy. Easy. It's just so easy. DRS just bye. Right, they've got a bit of free air now. Leclerc's 1.5 seconds up the road. I think Lewis... No, 3.5 up the road, sorry. It'll get him easy. 7 laps to go. 17 of 24 done. 7 laps to go. 3.5 seconds to Leclerc. Within a second, Verstappen is a Bottas. But I don't know if... I feel like the soft tyres... Bottas is doing a good job, to be fair. Keeping them softs competitive. Keeping Max behind for as long as he has. But I feel like it's just a matter of time. Max just needs to nail that final corner and hope Bottas has a bit of a shaky one and he'll get him. But actually, it's over a second gap now, so I don't think Max will get DRS. No, he won't. Max didn't get DRS that time on Bottas. Credit to Bottas. Doing a good job. Perez still behind Sainz. It's a second gap now. Yeah, they're miles clear. Oh no. Science has said, my tyres are going. I mean, definitely. Although Perez didn't even get DRS that lap. Or into turn 1 there. Damn. Yeah, that's what Croft is saying. Maybe Max is charging. Maybe Perez is charging his battery so that you can have a proper send on Science, because they only need to get the move done once, the Red Bull boys. They're currently 2nd and 4th. They could be 1st and 3rd here, which, you know, that's an extra couple of points in the constructors. Extra point for Max as well if he finishes first here. Right, Lewis has closed that gap to Leclerc by a second. So it's just under 2.5 seconds now between him and Leclerc. So he should catch Leclerc by the end of the race on this pace. Perez is about a second off Science. Norris is about 2 seconds off Perez. I don't think Norris is going to get Perez here. Hamilton will probably get Leclerc. He'll have an opportunity at Leclerc here. I think he'll finish 6th, probably, Lewis. I don't think he'll get Norris. I'd be surprised. 19 of 20 done. 5 to go. Yeah, Max must be charging, surely. Surely. Yeah, Perez still not close enough to Science. Science has done a cracking job today. Banging job. He's definitely driver of the sprint. Easy, Carlos Sainz. Absolutely smashing it. As long as he can hold on to P3. I don't want to speak too soon, all right? But yeah, the fact that he's keeping that Red Bull behind, a Red Bull on mediums, with softs on his Ferrari, very, 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 very good from Carlos Sainz. Is he within DRS, Perez? I don't know if he is. Oh no, he is, definitely. He definitely is. Is Sergio going to be able to make a move? I don't think he's going to be close enough. No. Definitely not. Nah. Perez put his nose in there, but it wasn't going to happen. Wasn't gonna happen. Here we go. Hamilton's within like half a second of Charles here. Can't see it on screen though. Oh, it's like 0.3 between Hamilton and Leclerc. Oh my god, surely Hamilton's got Leclerc here. I can't see it on screen, but that time delta. Yep, Hamilton's got Leclerc. Hamilton P6 now. He might actually, you know what? He might get Norris. He might get Norris. Still 4 laps to go. Mate, that's impressive, man. P last, up to P6. Yeah, he got him into turn 4, Leclerc, actually. It wasn't even turn 1. Yeah, no DRS for Leclerc. Lewis sent it. Lovely move. Ooh, that's a correct a little bit. But Lewis making moves. I think we're on lap 21 now. It doesn't show it on the screen. Yeah, lap 21 and 24. So it's 1.1 between Verstappen and Bottas. Perez still within half a second of Sainz, but still can't get the move done. Norris is 2.5 off of Perez. Hamilton's closing quick on Lando though. He's like 1.5 seconds behind Lando at the minute. He's probably going to get Lando before the end. The thing is, there's not really much point Lando putting up too much of a fight because he knows his battle isn't with Lewis. You know what I mean? Just consolidate, keep P6, that'll do. Is Verstappen going to get Bottas though? Is he? The thing is, if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world for Max ultimately. And Lewis isn't going to finish higher than P5. That's definitely not going to happen. He might get Norris, but he might not. And that's still enough of a gap for Verstappen to feel quite confident, tomorrow. Because I didn't realise, so Brazil, pole starts on the outside into turn 1. So starting P2, I mean, it worked for Bottas. He did get a better start than Max, definitely. Got the power down much better, but also positionally. But yeah, Perez just still isn't I don't think Perez is going to get the job done, you know. Doesn't look like he is. He's just been stuck behind Sainz. Was it Norris Hamilton? It is 1.3 between Norris Hamilton now. 1.2. So Hamilton's close to DRS, lap 22 or 24. The clouds are looking pretty ominous, but no rain as far as I can see, and there's been no talk of rain. But yeah, Hamilton's made good progress. It's a second now between him and Norris. I feel like 2 laps to go. I think Hamilton will get Norris here. It's a P5. You're looking at P5 for Hamilton. All things considered, pretty good. It's pretty good. Was it 0.9? Yeah. Perez has got DRS on Sainz, but oh no, sorry, no. Verstappen has got. Yeah, he's not close enough. Not close enough. Wait, it's lap 23 or 24. Close now. Perez, Sainz. Oh, here we go. Hamilton and Norris on turn 4. Not quite on turn 4, but surely into turn 1. Lewis is going to get Lando here. Surely. Surely. And he's not that far behind Perez either. And Sainz, because Sainz has done such a good job getting his elbows out. Fair play, Carlos. Great drive. It's going to be one more lap after this. Lap 23 or 24. I think Lewis is going to get... Yeah, Lewis is right on Lando's gearbox here. He's right on his back end. It's going to happen. It's 1 second Verstappen Bottas here. I don't think Verstappen's going to get Bottas here. It's not going to happen. Don't think it's going to happen at all. Here we go. Right. Has Lando got DRS? No. Is Lewis going to get him? Is Lewis going to send it? Oh, he sent it. Yeah, he's got him. Great move from Lewis. Quality move, that was. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Lewis P5. Verstappen still behind Bottas. I don't think he's going to get him. Perez still behind Sainz. I don't think he's going to get him either, unless it's a drag race down to the line. But I don't see it. Stroll has got past Tsunoda. Oh, Yuki. Oof. Oh dear. Not been a great race for either AlphaTauri actually. Gasly P8. Tsunoda P15. Well, I think Bottas is taking the dub here. Yeah, definitely. On the softs as well. Fair play, Bottas. Decent job. Valtteri Bottas wins the sprint. Verstappen, just over a second behind. Sainz, Perez. I think it's still going to be Sainz here. I can't see Perez catching him. Don't think that's going to happen. The Nervo DJs. Oh my God. International DJs. Nope, Sainz P3. Vamos. Driver of the sprint. Easy, Carlos Sainz. Smashed it. Hamilton P5. Very good as well. Very good. Very good. So you got Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz. Then it's Perez, Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel. Top 10. And then Ricciardo, 11. Alonso, 12. Giovinazzi, 13. Stroll, 14. Tsunoda, 15. Latifi, 16. Russell, 17. Raikkonen, 18. Oh, my God. Bottas's race engineers being a bit cringe. Schumacher, 19. Mazepin, 20. That wasn't bad. That was right. That wasn't bad. But yeah, I think it's Sainz or Hamilton, isn't it? Standout performances. Sainz did such a good job on soft tyres in a clearly much slower car, keeping Perez behind the whole race. Great job. Alpine definitely not. No, okay. So I'm gonna take. Oh, actually, there's a few L's here. because Bottas won, not Verstappen. I thought this was going to be Verstappen's, as I imagine most did. Hamilton, Sainz, Bottas. Cheers, Hixie, for the £2. Mate, great drive from Bottas as well. Struggle, Russell. I mean, he didn't get past Latifi, so. But I'd say there's other drivers with more struggle than Russell. I don't know. Is it a struggle for Perez because he didn't get past Sainz? Maybe. Right, here we go. Boom. Yeah, Tsunoda a bit of a struggle as well, to be fair. Bit of a struggle. Here we go. Yeah, I think. Nah, Gasly was on soft, so I don't think you can. I think both AlphaTauris that soft wasn't the tyre. No chance. But yeah, so Lewis finished 5th, so he'll be starting 10th tomorrow, which he can do a lot from P10. That's what I mean. I think P3 is still very much on the cards for Lewis tomorrow. I do. I think that's what I think. That's jokes, man. Bono on the radio was just like, Lewis, make sure you don't touch any other cars or look at them. Banter. Great banter. No, you know what, like, Max can be happy with that. I think Lewis can be happy with that, all things considered. Great job from Bottas. Well done, Valtteri. Great job from Valtteri to jump Max, keep him behind. That's what Mercedes needed. That is what Mercedes needed. Right, okay. Everyone, I'm done. That is a wrap. It was good fun, the F1 sprint. I enjoyed it. I thought it was all right. It was good. It was good. You know what I mean? It was good. Lewis starting 10th tomorrow. And yes, thank you all for coming. Thank you to everyone who was generous enough to be very kind in the super chats to me. Hope you enjoyed the race. Shout out the McLaren supporter. And I will see you on Monday for the post-race debrief, the chin wag, where we can talk all about what happened. I will also be on Backseat Driver on Veloce tomorrow. So keep an eye out tomorrow evening for that. Oh, Lewis had a cracking start, actually. Oh, he positioned his car just absolutely perfectly into that first corner. That was actually quality. GG's, mate. Smashed it. Right. Cheers, everyone. Have a good evening. Be happy, be well, be safe, and I will see you on Monday. Ciao, adios, I'm done. Goodbye.